Hello, John Jenkins, founder of Battlegans here. So basically, here's the title for today's video. Well, I don't know what the title is going to be, but the subject of today's video is what was the worst mistake that targeted individuals made over the years? What was the one? If I had to point to the one mistake that targeted individuals made over the years that really hampered their progress, and this is just my opinion. So you're gonna have a separate opinion. You're gonna have a separate opinion, and different people are gonna have different opinions. But in my humble opinion, and I have a reason for this. I'm not just saying this. I have a reason for this. So I have, in my humble opinion, the worst mistake that targeted individuals made was to claim the 144,000. And I know they stopped doing this recently. I know they stopped doing this recently, but my you know my I was thinking that the worst mistake that targeted individuals made was to claim the 144,000. And so basically, if you know the history of targeted individuals in America, is that basically they became extremely religious after a certain period of time, and a lot of them started to be extremely uh, identified with the Christian church in America. More Protestant, less Catholic. So they were extremely identified with the Christian church in America, and to make a long story short, they said okay, the reason why gang stalking is happening to us is because we're the 144,000. For those of you who don't have never read the Bible, the 144,000 is this group of super Christians who will be sort of like obviously I'm paraphrasing, but it's a group of super Christians who will be basically in the VIP room in heaven, basically. So the super Christians who are the true believers, so the Bible says if you're saved, you deserve salvation, but the 144,000 really deserve salvation. So that's basically in a nutshell. That's what the 144,000 is 144,000 Christians who are the super Christians, the super elite Christians. So basically, the targeted individuals started claiming that first they said that all targeted individuals were in 144,000, but there were, at the time there were like a million targeted individuals in the world, so they were saying that only the top 144,000 of that group were the real targeted individuals, and were thus in the 144,000. And like the whole time they were saying that, I was like, I sort of fell for a while. I sort of fell for a while because I didn't, I wasn't that I wasn't as wise as I am today. But the reason why I think this is the worst mistake that targeted individuals ever made, that targeted individuals made in the context of gang stalking, is that if you have someone, if you're just a regular person, and you have somebody who knows all of your deepest, darkest secrets, who knows every mistake you've ever made since you were born, and you know they are you're walking down the street in public, and they are just blasting you. They are exposing every mistake you've ever made, every embarrassing mistake you've ever made, the stuff you never even told your wife or your spouse or your family or your kids. I mean, they're exposing the most damaging mistakes, the most damaging flaws, all of your deepest flaws, your character flaws, your uh, uh, every flaw, everything you ever wanted, everything you never wanted people to know about you. They're exposing your greatest weaknesses. Um, they're exposing all of your secrets. They're exposing all of your secrets, and they are literally showing you every single day you walk. I mean, virtually 1,000 times a day, they are showing you uh, every single day that these are all of your devastating flaws that that basically you'll never be forgiven for, and that people are going to hound you for the rest of your life. And then I was thinking, to go from that, to go from being, to go from having it directly in your face every day that you're not perfect, that you're not, quote unquote, the world's most perfect Christian, to have that put in your face every day, every time you walk out of your house, and then to come to the conclusion that, well, I must be the world's most perfect Christian. I mean, I was like, that's that's I mean that's delusion. That's delusion. I mean, that's basically it's just impossible. So that's what I was gonna say was the biggest mistake that targeted individuals made in the context of gang stalking. And so I mean that was the one thing that just stood out to me. So I want to know, what do you think are the biggest challenges, or maybe the biggest mistakes that uh, target individuals have made in the context of gang stalking? Yeah, so and that's all I wanted to do. I want to make this video short. It's already like 7 minutes long, so let's go ahead and I'll see you in the next video. Lots of great stuff coming up. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Thanks.